Uncle Howdy returns for a massive retirement match. Jey Uso's plans on WWE Raw this week. Finn Balor quits WWE Raw. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn the biggest grudge feud ending. Tiffany Stratton to wrestle a WWE legend. CM Punk to never headline WrestleMania for one reason. Roman Reigns returns on WWE Raw. Let's dive right in. Jey Uso's plans on WWE Raw this week. WWE Monday Night Raw will be airing tonight on Netflix. The show has been on the streaming platform for over a month now and has featured some big matches and memorable moments. One of the faces of this era of Monday Night Raw is Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso spent years as a tag team performer and as a member of the Bloodline, but now he's looking to become a top star all on his own. The first major step was last year when he won the Intercontinental title. Although he has since lost it, Jey has done something arguably even bigger. He won the Men's Royal Rumble match. Needless to say, his career is on the upswing. What will Jey do tonight on Raw, though? This will examine 4 possibilities, including being beaten down by a top champion and introducing a brand new bodyguard to watch his back. Number 1, he could get jumped again by Gunther. Gunther and Jey Uso have had a history together. Every time they go at it, the ring general stands tall in the end. Saturday night's main event was an example of this. As a result, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion warned Jey not to choose him as his WrestleMania opponent. Jey did indeed choose Gunther, however. The ring general promised beatings every week until WrestleMania if Uso decided to challenge him for the World Heavyweight Championship, but Jey chose him anyway, despite the promise. As a result, come WWE Raw, Gunther could continue to live up to his promise. The ring general could jump Jey Uso and brutally attack him by Michael Cole and Pat McAfee ringside, just like he did last week. This time, Jey might not be able to fend him off. Number 2, Jey Uso could turn the tables and jump Gunther. Gunther has routinely victimized Jey. The ring general verbally eviscerates the OG Bloodline member, but also lays into him physically with vicious chops, power bombs, and other methods of punishment. On WWE Raw last week, though, Jey overcame the beating and proceeded to get a few licks in himself. He even hit a dive from the ring to the floor on top of both the ring general and WWE security at the same time. During tonight's episode, Jey could decide to get the upper hand before Gunther can even come after him. Either backstage or in the ring, Jey could sneak attack Gunther and turn the tables on the former King of the Ring winner. This would be sweet revenge after past attacks from the violent champion. Number 3, he could announce a stipulation for his title match at WWE WrestleMania. As noted, Jey Uso and Gunther aren't strangers. They have wrestled over the Intercontinental Championship and World Heavyweight Championship in the past on both WWE Raw and Saturday night's main event. As a result, some fans feel like a rematch at WrestleMania is somewhat lackluster. To alleviate these concerns, Triple H and company officials could decide that their WWE WrestleMania bout will feature a stipulation or gimmick of some kind. Jey Uso could announce the stipulation on Raw. For example, he could challenge Gunther to a last man standing match or a street fight. This would be fitting, given the violent attacks and brawls the two have had, while also leveling up the match in the eyes of fans who may be less enthusiastic over a standard rematch. Number 4, Jey Uso could hire a bodyguard in Omos to keep him safe. If Jey Uso truly can't stop Gunther from these vicious beatdowns, he may need some help. If he doesn't find any, Jey might not make it to WWE WrestleMania 41. Instead, Gunther could injure Jey before the show arrives. It is imperative that Uso makes it to the big show, and the best way to do that is by hiring a bodyguard. There are numerous stars on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT who could fit the bill, but the best option might be Omos. The WWE star recently made some appearances in Pro Wrestling Noah, and fans are eager to see him again. Omos showing up and helping Jey fight off Gunther would be absolutely shocking, but it would also keep Gunther at bay for the next 2 months. They'd be an odd pairing, but an enjoyable one to say the least. Finn Balor quits WWE Raw. Tonight's episode of WWE Raw is set to be a big night for almost every member of the Judgment Day. The villainous faction is expected to be involved in multiple segments, especially after Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez's surprise addition to the Jade Cargill Mystery Attacker storyline. Besides this, Finn Balor is also set to lock horns with Seth Rollins in a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. When Nick Aldis showed the footage to Bianca Belair and Naomi, he asserted that he would talk to Adam Pearce regarding the matter. So, it's possible that on tonight's show, Aldis and Pearce could engage in a conversation, either in person or over the phone. The conclusion of this conversation could lead to the WWE Raw general manager punishing Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for their actions, holding them responsible for being Jade Cargill's mystery attackers. However, it's also possible that the Judgment Day members might try to justify themselves, explaining how they had no involvement in the attack. Raquel Rodriguez is also set to compete in a big Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying match. However, if she gets suspended by Adam Pearce due to the mystery attacker scenario, she could be replaced in the match. One potential replacement could be Becky Lynch. The Irish star has been absent from the Stamford-based promotion for a long time, but with the road to WrestleMania going ahead full tilt, her comeback is highly anticipated. Given this, there couldn't be a better way to reintroduce her than by having Lynch replace Raquel in tonight's WWE Raw for the qualifying match. Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles are also set to clash in tonight's show in a singles bout. Last week, when Finn Balor pointed out the unnecessary provocation by the Dirty Dominic to the Phenomenal One, he told Dominic to handle the matter himself. However, on tonight's WWE Raw, it's possible that things might not go as planned. Instead, the former NXT North American champion could suffer a loss. This angle could further exacerbate the heat between Balor and Dominic following AJ Styles' potential victory. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins are also set to collide for the final spot in the men's WWE Elimination Chamber match. There are already internal tensions within the Judgment Day, which could lead to Balor potentially quitting the company as part of the storyline if he loses to the Visionary. The rationale behind Balor's decision to quit WWE would be his frustration over the loss and not wanting Liv Morgan to mock him for it. The star's already on the edge after his close friend JD McDonough was injured in his absence, and a loss could push him over the edge. This storyline twist would add more intrigue to the ongoing drama within the Judgment Day. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the biggest grudge feud ending. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have re-entered another rivalry, and WWE fans know what they're in for. The two stars have had one of the best partnerships and matches in the industry's history. Owens attacked Zayn on Raw a couple of weeks ago after the latter's loss to CM Punk. He left his former friend injured after a devastating package piledriver. The prizefighter has challenged Sami Zayn to a match at the Elimination Chamber, and the two men might be set to tear it down again. It could be one of the greatest grudge rivalries of all time. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn both hail from Canada. That means they will do everything in their power to win the contest in their home country. The two men could put on a classic at WWE Elimination Chamber. Likely, WWE would not book any top title matches at the event, especially due to the two chamber matches set for the show. That could see the two former friends give it their all and put on another classic for the fans in their home country. The classic contest could see Kevin Owens finally pick up a meaningful win at the PLE to put the feud to rest and get into another rivalry heading into WrestleMania 41. Karrion Kross has been trying to get into Sami Zayn's mind. The interactions between the two stars could see Zayn turn heel down the road. At Elimination Chamber, the Herald of Doomsday could return to make a mark. He could interfere in the contest and cause the underdog from the underground to lose the contest. It would help Kevin Owens get ahead as a heel without handing Zayn another clean loss at a PLE. The angle could also see Sami give in to the dark side and eventually join Kevin's cause or partner with Karrion Kross, who recently lost a few partners. The prize fighter has been relentless in his current WWE run as a heel. He hasn't cared for his actions against other top stars, and the management has surprisingly let him off the hook without much punishment. Kevin Owens could dig down deep once again if Sami Zayn refuses to give in and stay down for the 3 count. He could get a steel chair and hit the banned package piledriver move on the weapon to cause his former friend a major injury. The angle would cement Owens as a bigger heel than he already is while awarding the disqualification win to Zayn. It could keep their feud alive for a later date, as the underdog from the underground could take an extended break from the ring. The 2025 Royal Rumble did not see Randy Orton return to the ring. However, the Viper could mark his return at the 2025 Elimination Chamber PLE. WWE fans could see Orton return as Sami Zayn's secret weapon against Kevin Owens at the Premium Live event. He could hit the prizefighter with an RKO behind the referee's back to help Zayn win. It could be revealed that Zayn had planned with Orton to teach Owens a lesson at the PLE. The Viper's return could see him get into a feud with the prizefighter heading into WWE WrestleMania 41, where the two men could have a marquee match. Triple H could be looking to take the biggest grudge feud of 2025 to WrestleMania 41. It looks like most of the rivalries for the event will start building up on the road to WrestleMania. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have a lot of history and could tell a completely different story. A tainted win for Kevin Owens at WWE Elimination Chamber could see the two men continue their feud heading into the show of shows. Sami Zayn could propose a Hell in a Cell match for the event, and the prizefighter could agree to it. The big match at the grandest stage will make it worth a watch for many. It would also complete the two men's bucket list of facing each other at a WrestleMania event. Tiffany Stratton to wrestle a WWE legend. Tiffany Stratton has been on top of her game this past year. Now, a wrestling personality wants to see her compete against a WWE legend. TNA legend SoCal Val recently commented on Tiffany Stratton, who has been heavily pushed since joining the main roster last year. She won the Money in the Bank briefcase and successfully cashed it in to win the Women's Championship. Now that Tiffany has established herself as a top star in WWE, many people are booking dream matches for her. One matchup that a wrestling personality wants to see is Stratton against Mickie James. In a recent exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling, SoCal Val was asked which WWE and TNA stars she would like to see face each other due to both companies' recent partnership. The wrestling veteran replied that she would like Tiffany Stratton and Mickie James to face each other. If this match happens, it will be Mickie's first appearance in the Stamford-based company in over 3 years, as her last match in a WWE ring was at the 2022 Royal Rumble. I mean, I've always been an AJ Styles fan, always been a Mickie James fan. I'd like to see Mickie take on someone if she's willing, who she's never wrestled before. So, maybe one of the girls that's newer, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time and Mickie time. That to me again, I love the girls and the female wrestlers, so I would love to see them if I may. Last week on SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax competed against each other for the WWE Women's title. Stratton successfully retained her title after Candice LeRae caused a DQ finish. After the match, Nia and Candice attacked Tiffany in the ring. Trish Stratus attempted to intervene but was taken out in the process. While the buff Barbie was lying in the middle of the ring, Charlotte Flair came out and chose the former as her WrestleMania opponent. After this, Stratton took to social media to send a message to her WrestleMania opponent. "On my way to becoming a 2-times Queen Slayer," she wrote. "It will be interesting to see if Stratton steps into the ring against Mickie James." CM Punk to never headline WrestleMania for one reason. Despite his many accomplishments in WWE, CM Punk has never headlined WrestleMania. A wrestling veteran recently claimed he would not be surprised if the Second City Saint never manages to accomplish that feat for a single reason. The 46-year-old legend has been vocal about his dream of main eventing WrestleMania. Although he vowed to win this year's Royal Rumble to earn a world title shot at the Show of Shows, he failed to accomplish the mission. He will now have another chance at making his dream come true when he fights 5 other top superstars inside the Elimination Chamber for a shot at Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE Championship. Speaking on his The Brand podcast, former head writer of the Stamford-based promotion Vince Russo stated that the company must book the best in the world to headline this year's Showcase of the Immortals due to his age and injury history. Meanwhile, the wrestling veteran claimed that he would not be surprised if Punk never main events WrestleMania because a lot of decision-makers in wrestling make petty calls. Unfortunately, if they don't book Punk versus Rhodes, I think it may be a big rib on Punk and he may never get that WrestleMania main event. And that very, very, very well may be the case because there are a lot of people making decisions that are petty, bro. There's a lot of petty people in wrestling. So, would it surprise me if Punk never got his WrestleMania moment? No, it would not surprise me, he said. While Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair should supposedly main event WrestleMania 41 after winning the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches, multiple wrestling experts have predicted neither superstar will, including WWE analyst Sam Roberts. Meanwhile, WWE Hall of Famer Bully Ray suggested CM Punk could fulfill his dream of headlining WrestleMania this year in a triple threat match against John Cena and Cody Rhodes by cashing in the favor Paul Heyman owes him for tagging with the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series last year. We can sit here and we can think Punk, Roman, Seth. What's the favor? Are we gonna wait until after WrestleMania for this favor? What's the favor? The favor is, get me in the main event of WrestleMania. And now the main event becomes Cody Cena Punk, Ray said. It will be interesting to see if the Second City Saint can indeed go on to accomplish his goal this year in Las Vegas. Roman Reigns returns on WWE Raw. Roman Reigns has not returned to WWE TV since his loss in the men's Royal Rumble match. Seth Rollins unleashed an attack on Reigns following the match and delivered a couple of stomps, which led to WWE announcing that the latter would be out of action for the foreseeable future. However, Roman Reigns could make his return this week on Raw to help Finn Balor defeat Seth Rollins in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The final spot in the men's Elimination Chamber match is still open, and Rollins versus Balor is set to determine the final participant. While Seth Rollins is being speculated to win and qualify for the match, considering his run over the past few months, things could turn around to leave the world surprised. There are a number of possible ways in which the match could end, leaving the world talking. However, the most surprising way would be Roman Reigns making his return to help Balor win the match with a potential distraction or interference. Further, after the match, the undisputed tribal chief could unleash an assault on the former world heavyweight champion, delivering a response to his actions at the Royal Rumble. This could eventually build a massive storyline between the two ahead of WrestleMania, which the WWE Universe has been eagerly waiting for. WWE could further make a match between the bitter rivals official, possibly at WrestleMania 41, with their deep history boosting the excitement among fans. The undisputed tribal chief and the visionary might not lock horns in a singles match at the Show of Shows. The man who eliminated them from the men's Royal Rumble match, CM Punk, might also get involved in their match at WrestleMania. Rumors of CM Punk getting added to Reigns versus Rollins to make it a triple threat match have been making rounds on the internet lately. The Best in the World's edition could turn out to be a massive decision, boosting the excitement among fans for the match. Uncle Howdy returns for a massive retirement match. With WrestleMania 41 on the horizon, Wyatt Six fans are eagerly awaiting the return of Uncle Howdy and his fearsome stable. The faction has certainly failed to capture the interest the company had expected. Fans often expressed that the stable didn't achieve the right momentum to establish itself. Triple H might rectify the situation and could bring back Howdy, booking him against a major legend. According to a report by PW Insider, the leader of Wyatt Six, Uncle Howdy, has been taken off the road for unspecified reasons. However, things might change, and Howdy could finally appear on television, as hints about his return have started to surface on the Blue brand. In the realm of possibilities, Uncle Howdy could return and target former Universal Champion Goldberg. Last year, Man announced that he would be competing in his final match at the Stamford-based promotion. Triple H planted seeds for Goldberg's final match when he had a confrontation with Gunther at 2024 Bad Blood. Many predicted that the WCW legend would compete against the Ring General in his final encounter. However, circumstances shifted as 2025 Rumble winner Jey Uso chose World Heavyweight Champion Gunther as his opponent for WrestleMania 41, leaving Goldberg without a spot on the show of shows. Uncle Howdy could be an ideal opponent for Goldberg at Mania, stepping in for Gunther, especially since both stars share a history. For those unaware, Man defeated The Fiend Bray Wyatt in a title match at Super Showdown 2020, making him a target for Howdy. In honor of his late brother, Dallas could revive the Fiend character to face Goldberg in his retirement match, creating a perfect conclusion to the 57-year-old's career. Additionally, this showdown with a legend would serve as a fitting rivalry for the Wyatt Six. That said, the proposed angle is currently mere speculation. Although Gunther is all set for his main event showdown against Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41, last year, the Ring General gave an interview with La Previa prior to Crown Jewel PLE, where he reflected on his confrontation with Goldberg at 2024 Bad Blood and issued a chilling warning to Man. The Austrian superstar noted that creative asked him to promote the newly introduced Crown Jewel Championship that Triple H unveiled at Bad Blood, where he saw Goldberg in the audience. Unaware that the legend was present at the show, Gunther engaged with the WCW legend, ultimately leading to a heated confrontation between them. Gunther also said if the 27-year-old Hall of Famer was willing to lace up his boots once again, he'd be happy to teach him Goldberg a lesson. With WrestleMania 41 fast approaching, it will be interesting to see what plans the Triple H-led creative team has in store for Howdy and Goldberg in the coming months.